Hello everybody. And welcome to UNIV-ENGLISH channel. It's all my pleasure to meet you again in this series of e-learning lectures, aimed at developing your knowledge and skills in the area of ESP, English for specific purposes. This is lecture number 10. English for tourism purposes. By the end of this lecture, learners will be able to define the term English for tourism purposes. List the characteristics and features of English for tourism and hospitality. Identify the factors influenced English for tourism curriculum design. Determine the selected material to use in English for tourism course. But, before we move forwards, if you have not been here before, then, welcome to UNIV-ENGLISH channel. If you do like videos like this, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. And also smash the notification bell to receive notifications of when I produce more videos like this. So, let's begin with this question. What do you know about English for tourism and hospitality? Introduction. English is the primary language of communication in international tourism. Professionals in the tourism and hospitality industry should be well versed in English as it is the language of communication skills relevant to their job. The rapid development of the traveling, tourism and hospitality industry can be directly impacted by the English language, which is a widely used language in the international scene today. Accordingly, it's important to know English for tourism in order to provide quality service. Employees in tourism sector are fully aware of how essential it is to speak with a good command of this type of English in their workplaces. Definition of English for tourism purposes. Buehler, 1990, argues that English for tourism can be analyzed in terms of tenses, structures, and functions. It is considered a structured language that adheres to certain rules with regard to grammar. Tan, 2001, says that the vocabulary used for tourism is special and conveys messages using a conventional symbol system and code. A number of communication tasks can be performed in any hospitality setting, such as checking into a hotel, requesting and providing tourist information, and asking questions about hotel facilities. Strutt, 2003, considers his textbook, English for International Tourism, as having no specialized knowledge. It is not a technical or heavily specialized textbook. Actually, ESP textbooks are not that different from any general English textbook. There is little difference between ESP textbooks and general English textbooks. As an example, grammar is used in these books to provide structure. All examples taken from tourism, medicine, or business contexts make them different from the usual textbook for ELT, Brieger and Sweeney, 1994. Characteristics and features of ESP and ETP courses. Teaching English for tourism is on the rise due to its popularity as a lingua franca in several international tourism and travel contexts. Researchers have studied tourism and hospitality English courses and interventions with the aim of developing and expanding the language skills of students operating in the field of tourism. According to Cravotta, 1990, learning English for tourism purposes, ETP, provides people with the necessary linguistic tools for working in various sectors. Hotel, travel agencies, restaurants, tourist information centers, and restaurants are examples of places dealing with guest-host relations. Furthermore, some studies have been conducted to examine the language needs of students and employees. The studies investigated how trainees, employees, and students evaluated language materials and course books. Brunton, 2009. The main focus is on the strategies, appropriateness of materials, and adequacy of the structures. So, designing and teaching ETP courses is a crucial issue that needs to be considered. Tourism requires the use of professional strategies and adequate language skills to succeed. It is the teacher's role to provide an overview of the purpose behind teaching ESP and all the subdivisions under the umbrella term of ESP to the learners and users. Also, we have to define the characteristic features of ESP and ETP concerning course development, curriculum planning, learning style, material development, English efficiency, types of activities and evaluation. ETP Curriculum Designing. Educators have taken into consideration several factors when designing classroom materials, courses, and curriculum for teaching ETP to assist learners in improving their motivation and language skills very quickly. Newman, 1987, claims teachers educating English for tourism purposes, ETP, are responsible for a number of roles and responsibilities. He noted that educators involved in designing and developing a curriculum need skill, time, and substantial support in order to improve it. Edwards, 2292, states that in the field of ETP, English for tourism purposes, we can develop a curriculum by choosing tasks and activities that have a high surrender value. It means that learners could be able to use what they have learned to perform their jobs more effectively. Gardner and Walke, 2000, assert that designing an adequate course can help learners better develop their intrinsic motivation, which will improve their learning process. McCartan, 2007, 26, point out that making vocabulary personal helps to make it more memorable. The curriculum design should consider the ability to communicate in occupation settings and focus on important issues related to occupational communication. It is essential to consider these major factors within an international framework as well when learning English for tourism purposes, ETP. Organizing ETP course. The organization of the ESP course is influenced by many factors. They are essential for the learning process to be effective. ESP teachers are expected to be familiar with a specific purpose for which English is to be taught. Hutchinson and Waters, 1992, claim that many questions guide course organization, namely: what do the students need to learn? What topic areas are needed to be covered? What aspects of language will be required and how will they be described? Identifying the aims and objectives of the course will depend on finding the right answers to all of these questions. Considering the course objectives, how the course will be structured, and setting goals is a necessary aspect of a syllabus analysis. It is advisable to develop a specific curriculum for hospitality and tourism English based on the following. English for food and beverage services. English for air flight services. English for hotel services. English for tour managers and guides. Selecting material for ETP course. Teachers should be able to organize courses using good ETP materials, and those materials should also function as an introduction to the new learning techniques. Teaching materials may facilitate the teaching and learning process for teachers and learners alike. Determines the running of the course as well as the lesson content. Reflect the teacher's conception and understanding, what they feel and think about the learning process. Consist of a wide range of activities and text that provides a wide range of skills. In order to teach ETP, teachers must specify which aspects of the learning process should be emphasized. It is possible, however, that one piece of material can support the development of more than one skill, such as vocabulary, reading, writing, speaking, etc. Graves, 1999, 27, states that teaching materials are tools that can be figuratively cut up into component pieces and then rearranged to suit the needs, abilities, and interests of the students in the course. Organizing an ETP course effectively means selecting appropriate materials that address the main criteria. By choosing the wrong material, learners may not be able to meet their expectations and needs. Hutchinson and Waters, 1992, believe that materials stimulate learning. In addition to teaching, good materials inspire learners to learn. Types of activities with text. Learning and practicing ETP can be done using text as the learning material. It can be a valuable resource for improving reading and communication skills. Regarding the ETP activities, it is imperative to keep in mind the context that should be consistent with studying the subject matter. ETP lessons can use various activities, such as warming-up sessions, receptive activities, productive sessions, and follow-up sessions. 1. Linguistic competencies. ETP courses focus on important vocabulary related to facts, equipment, nouns, prices, facilities. Students are trained to use grammatical features associated with writing mastery using verbs to describe and inform, conditional for promotion, etc. 2. Socio-linguistic competencies. Specific audiences are possible customers speaking German, Spanish, French or English who will be informed of services, location, promotions in order to make a decision. For example, when it comes to reservation calls, students practice listening to a conversation for comprehension purposes. Use of polite phrases developed for their work in the area of hospitality and tourism. Follow the sequence and identify the information needed when making a hotel reservation. 3. Discourse competencies. It is very important to describe in general what services the hotel offers. Professionals in international tourism are expected to give the location stating landmarks and distance from important sites. They are motivated to describe each of the services and facilities in detail and access to reservation forms and promotions. Evaluation ETP courses. The evaluation of ETP courses is a significant component of the learning and teaching process. The evaluation indicates a learner's progress and shows the effectiveness of the course. Additionally, it reveals potential inadequacies that were not successfully addressed. We can perform a variety of tasks based on the evaluation results. Hutchinson and Waters, 1992, contend that learners' assessment and course evaluation are two crucial levels of evaluation. A wide variety of tools are available for assessing learners, such as questionnaires, tasks, discussions, and interviews. Hutchinson and Waters, 1992, say that teachers must first determine whether the course content will meet the learner's expectations and whether they will be able to apply newly acquired information and skills in a particular situation. A course evaluation helps assess whether a course was designed according to its characteristic features. In course evaluation, we need to involve all those who share the learning process in making the ESP course as satisfying to the parties as possible. Hutchinson and Waters, 1992, 156. Teachers should keep in mind that a course evaluation can be done depending on the running of the course and the individual circumstances. Also, feedback should always be considered. Conclusion. In the modern world and with more emphasis on professional subjects, English mastery is of prime importance, particularly for those who target the service industry and international tourism. Learners who wish to learn English for tourism purposes, ETP, should take into account the language they use as well as the context of the situation. Thus, a well-rounded curriculum of practical courses would be beneficial and helpful for them. It is important to carefully design and create curriculums for English for the international tourism and service industry to suit the learner's specific needs and wants. The objectives of these courses are to introduce learners to a specific and definite level or environment where the language will be used. English will ease the way for international tourism and hospitality professionals to meet their linguistic requirements in a satisfactory manner and thereby help to improve the quality of services.